brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin.
Jammu and Kashmir recorded its highest single-day spike of 751 COVID-19 cases on Monday. Of the 751 new cases, 240 were from Jammu region and 511 from Valley. There are now 6,122 active cases, while 8,274 patients have recovered. The total number of infected persons in Jammu and Kashmir has risen to 14,650. The Jammu and Kashmir administration on Monday decided to impose hefty fines on people violating the coronavirus management guidelines like not wearing a face mask or spitting in public places as a measure to check the rising number of infections in the Union Territory. It authorized deputy commissioners to implement these standard operating procedures in the areas of their respective jurisdiction. India recorded 37,148 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, pushing its tally to 11,55,191, while the total number of recoveries increased to 7,24,577. The death toll due to the disease rose to 28,084, with 587 fatalities reported in a day. There are 4,02,529 active cases of the coronavirus infection currently in the country, while 7,24,577 people have recovered till now. Thus, 62.72% people have recovered so far. The Jammu and Kashmir administration on Monday said it has tested over 10,000 labourers arriving in the valley from COVID-19 from July 14th to 18th. A total of 10,581 samples of labourers arriving at Kazigun toll post from other states and UTs were collected for coronavirus testing in 5 days. The administration was apparently responding to criticism from various quarters as to why thousands of labourers from other parts of the country are being allowed to enter Kashmir Valley without being first tested for COVID-19. NC Vice President Omar Abdullah on Monday reacted angrily to comments attributed to Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, apparently linking his release from nearly 9 months detention to the revolt by Sachin Pilot against the Congress government in Rajasthan. Abdullah, a former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, and his National Conference have threatened to initiate legal action for defamation against Baghel. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that the road from Patnitop to Sanasar is to be taken up for upgradation. He said the road up to Nathatop is in proper condition, but the stretch beyond that required upgradation for which the Central Road Fund has been provided. He directed the concerned officials to expedite the work and if needed be, put in requisition for extra CRF from the centre. J&K police on Monday claimed to have busted a terror funding module of Pakistan-based terror organisation Lashkar-e-Toiba, tasked to activate its cadres in the Jammu region with the arrest of one person. The police received information that LET has activated a module of its members for carrying out terrorist activities in the Union Territory, particularly in the Jammu region, and in furtherance to this, a delivery of funds was to take place in Jammu. The security forces apprehended Mubashir Butt, a member of the module who was asked to collect a consignment of Hawala money from Jammu. The Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam on Monday chaired a meeting of officers to review flood preparations and response mechanism in place in Kashmir Division. Addressing the meeting, Chief Secretary stressed on maintaining foolproof preparation and effective response mechanism to deal with any eventuality that may arise due to a flood-like situation. In this regard, he called upon divisional administration to devise flood management and mitigation plans immediately. Commissioner Secretary Higher Education Department Talat Parvez convened a meeting to review functioning of newly established government degree colleges in Jammu Division. Talat, while appreciating the efforts of principals towards successful working of these new colleges, directed them to optimally utilize the advanced technological innovations in the field of teaching and learning to shape the future of students into well-nourished and groomed citizens. Work on the 6.5-kilometer Z-Mode tunnel, part of a strategic project for ensuring around-the-year connectivity between Kashmir Valley and Ladakh region, is being undertaken on a war footing, and it will be completed by June 2021. The information about the status of works on the Z-Mode tunnel was given at a meeting chaired by Jammu and Kashmir Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam. The first batch of 5 Rafale fighter jets is likely to be induced into the Indian Air Force on July 29th. It's said the final induction ceremony will take place in second half of August. Official sources said that the Rafale jets are likely to be deployed in the Ladakh sector as part of the IAF's efforts to enhance its operational capabilities along the line of actual control with China in view of the border row with the country. The ICC on Monday postponed the T20 World Cup in Australia owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, paving the way for the BCCI to organize the Indian Premier League during the October-November window. The T20 World Cup was scheduled down under from October 18th to November 15th, but Cricket Australia in the month of May itself had intimated that ICC that it would be near impossible to stage a closed-door event of this magnitude with quarantine arrangements of 16 international teams. In addition to this, the 2023 50-over World Cup in India was pushed from March to April to the November window to give more time for the qualification process. A vaccine candidate developed at the University of Oxford has shown encouraging results in early human testing and appears to be safe, well tolerated and immunogenic, according to a study published in The Lancet. Trials involving 1,077 people showed the injection led to them making antibodies and white blood cells that can fight coronavirus. The clinical trials of a potential COVID-19 vaccine on humans began in April. The centre has written to all states and union territories warning against the use of N95 masks with valved respirator by people, saying these don't prevent the virus from spreading out and are detrimental to the measures adopted for its containment. The Director General of Health Services in the Ministry of Health, in a letter to the Principal Secretaries of Health and Medical Education of states, said it has been observed that there is inappropriate use of N95 masks, particularly those with valved respirators, by the public other than designated health workers.